And if you can't find me, the wind's already taking me home, taking me home to you. And if you can't find me, I'll be in the ashes, rising far beyond. And if you can't find me, so far away. I'm trapped in the memory. I can't go. I see
Alita Army channel. This is Radio KAOS, the voice of the Alita Army, episode 73, Happy Birthday, Rosa Salazar, where we discuss all things to do with the movie Alita Battle Angel, the Source Mayor Gun, and the greatly desired sequels. I'm your host for this episode, Maxtag Jurai, and with me are Muskogee Creek pushing all the buttons in the background. G'day, Muskogee.
Okay, Alita Army.
And Angelus, who's forgotten who he is so early in the morning up there in Brisbane. Hey, Angelus.
G'day, mates. I thought in case he muted himself or he was busy doing stream manager stuff, I'll do my best Creek impression. But
that's pretty good.
Yeah. I didn't know you did impressions. Who else do you do, Angelus?
I do a mean Max Tack.
Only a mean Max Tack. Well, that's good. I wouldn't want you to do all of Max Tack because then I'd be superfluous, wouldn't I?
But no one can replace the original.
Oh, thank God for that, or I'd be out of a job. Fair enough. We might have a Star Valley on later, possibly. And we've also got, as a guest at this stage, we may have more, but at the moment we have Radio KAOS from Ohio, USA. I think it's Ohio, isn't it? Or have I got it wrong?
Mentor, yeah. Anyway,
excellent.
Hello
Excellent.
there.
Welcome to the stream. And this stream will be a little bit different in that we're going to throw the invite out there for anybody who wants to get on and wish Rosa a happy birthday and talk about Rosa to just dive on in. So it will be very much like the Alita stream. We're going to just throw the invite out there, and hopefully Creaky's ready for that. And it's going to be a bit of a crazy day. We're just going to have anybody who wants who's out there in the text chat to jump on and talk about Rosa if they'd like. So there's the link. So click on that link. It will ask you a few little questions like, what do you want to be called? Do you want to add a little picture? We usually use things to do with the leader as a picture. Turn your camera off, turn your mic on, and press join, and we'll pull you in, and you can start talking about Rosa. I know we said Alita. Whew, gotta be careful. Different name today.
Don't do a Vladdy.
Yeah,
don't do one of his tweets.
Yeah, no. Don't want to do it. Well, actually, no. I want to do a Vladdy because Vladdy has a Hot Toys leader and I don't. So I would like to do a Vladdy actually. It would be good. And of course, they're having summertime. Hey, there's a den.
Hey, damn! 21 minutes. Holy shit!
Well,
I didn't realize
actually,
how late I was.
No, you're not super late because the stream's actually only been live for. Let me have a look at the clock. 5 minutes. The other 15 minutes was the lead-in graphic, so don't feel too bad there, Den. You're not super late. It's all good.
It's because of my race. I blame my genetics. CPT.
Oh, look. I'm surprised I'm here at all, really. It's a cold, foggy, barely lit 5:07 a.m. on Sunday morning here in central coast of New South Wales in Australia, and I'm here. I'm awake. I'm amazed.
Sounds good to me, honestly. I'd love to be here.
Would you? We're in lockdown, dude. You can't do shit. The Premier of New South Wales has just told us all construction sites are shut down. All non-essential shops are closed. Everybody fucking stay home. Just stay.
Well, it sounds like a great time to get your novel completed, huh?
You have a good point, and you're the third person in the last 24 hours to ask me about it. So I better get off my fat ass and do it.
I can't talk. I've got like 6 Alita videos to do. So
only 6. Well, I got more than 6 chapters, so I think I'm ahead of you.
Well, I do have to write that script, and I also need to finish that game before Monday because that's where I'm leaving.
Wow. Okay, so we should keep this short, huh?
I might just leave early, but that's okay.
Yeah,
well, when you
enough.
talk about you writing it, then there's also Creaky reading it.
Hey, look, he's doing better than me this week. He has read 3 chapters this week.
That's true.
And I have not written 3 chapters this week, so there you go.
I'll be starting on chapter 5 tomorrow.
Ooh. I better keep ahead of you, hey?
Well, I finished 7, and I was thinking I might wait for you to catch up so we can do with his fanfic what we did for the Last Order and Mars Chronicles.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Well, we also did that for the original manga, didn't we, Angelus?
Actually, yeah, we did it for the whole way through, I believe.
We're
Because
going to do chapter 2 of the original manga here on the stream, so we should organize that.
Yeah, and we can also do that whole thing. Although I changed some things just to put a little narration into it, but it should work. It's the Last Order part. It's chapter 12.
Cool.
Not to mention, I've got to transfer some trivia questions over as well. I've been going mad with because I write them down all on my phone because, like, I feel like I've got a bad memory. So whenever I come up with a pretty decent question, I type it in my phone and they say, "Oh yeah, I'll transfer it over later," and then I do the whole Davo thing and not.
So when does a new job take you away from us, or are you still don't know that?
I should know by this week. Anytime starting from tomorrow onwards, which for you guys it'll be 24 hours from now onwards. But yeah, pretty much it's, and it might not be. I might get lucky and have the odd weekend off.
Well, we're hoping so.
Depending on what sort of shifts I get, I might end up getting a graveyard shift, and I'll stay up like late, so to speak, and at least sort of try to co-host.
Good luck with that. I hope that your new career. Well, it's the same. It's the same career. It's a new job in that career. Doesn't take you away from us too much.
Yeah, but we'll play it by ear, and then I'll keep you guys posted on how it actually does affect me.
Cool. So, speaking of things to do with you, Angelus, I believe it's news time. Before you dive into what you've got in the notes, though, I did note that Charles Smith had some news. He said in 3 days, on next Tuesday, the Manga Mars Chronicles Volume 7 goes on sale in the US on Amazon. So that's big news because people have been waiting for that for how long now?
Oh yeah, because it kept on getting delayed. Like I think the earliest I remember it being was like sometime between February to March or February to April, like that sort of time frame.
Yeah, the Creek is getting his on the 26th, Volume 7.
Nice. So I have to get a review of that. I believe the cover is that piece of art that Kashira-san put up as a video of him drawing and coloring on his YouTube channel. So if you want to see how the cover of Volume 7 was created, hop on over and give that video a like and share and join Kashiro's channel and bug the hell out of him to write some more. And hopefully somebody who speaks English will tell him what it says, because I don't believe he speaks English. So.
You don't reckon this is his last volume, do you?
Oh God, no, it can't be. Impossible.
Oh no, but I know how to do put subtitles in my videos, and I do that. And I do plenty of Japanese subtitles, by service, because I know some of the people who watch it are.
Well, I mean, if you want to look totally uncultured, you can use Google Translate and get some kanji and put that in there.
Oh yeah, you can copy paste just about anything. But the problem I've seen with Google Translate is, at least for some languages such as Spanish and Italian, they tend to miss some of the tones and some of the more nuanced things in Google Translate. So try second checking with that.
Yes. I'm sure the Google Translate makes the absolute, as we say down here, dog's breakfast of whatever you put in there in English, hoping to turn it into Japanese, because I see a lot of direct translations from mangas that people do fan translations, and yeah, it's a bit messy on the whole grammar side. So.
Well, it's just this accenting in the tone and inflection that it doesn't pick up. Obviously, it's easier to do it when you're saying something out loud in Spanish or Italian with emotion than if you've read it out.
Hey, KAOS, when you do those Japanese subtitles, do you have to change the L to an R in Alita's name before you do the translate?
I do. It's funny because it gets really confused.
Yeah.
But with the stuff I do, at least the translation that I do have, which is Viz, it says Alita most of the time. I think it says Galley in like 3 or 4 different volumes.
I do see some Twitter posts coming up from Japanese when you translate it. It says Arita, so it doesn't always. Twitter doesn't always translate it.
It has problems with the R's and the L's, and I think there's another one I can't remember.
Sorry, guys, had to hog all the early morning chaos.
Oh, you're hogging chaos, are you?
Yeah, for some reason my monitor froze and I couldn't do shoot. But it seems to be working now. Let's see if screen share can kick in. There we go. Alrighty. So at least for us, Maxi, where is it? Publication date 20th of the 7th. So 2 days from now, we can at least order it anyway.
We can probably pre-order it now. Yeah, they'll start shipping them.
Oh, true. Oh, actually, I want to see if I can.
If you order it now, they might. Wow, actually, if you'd ordered it last week, they probably would have already shipped it, and it would arrive that day. Because when they did the home media release, I ordered from a company in South Australia, and I got it 3 days before it was supposed to be released. That was freaking awesome. I was like doing the thing and watching the movie at home before the movie was supposed to have been released to the public. So I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah, I ordered mine about 2 months ago, and it's still coming on the 26th.
Well, that's true. But so like first piece of news is the fact that Volume 7 will finally be out. Although it doesn't have the cover, it's just got like a filler picture. But
it's a shame because it's a really nice cover. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I think Darko might have. Sorry, just let me get out of that for a sec. Yeah. I think it's Darko someone. I know he's on my friends list. There we go. I wonder. There we go. And for our next piece of news, excellent segue there. So yeah, and that's what it looks like. Obviously, you can see he's got the others in the background, and I know I've got the manga sitting right beside me on the computer desk here. There's a temporary fix until I get a better bookcase that I can turn into a display case and / Alita shrine. Similar to even his setup, but yeah, that's what it looks like. And as Maxi alluded to earlier, Kishira has like a video, like I guess similar to when artists have that time skip or whatever you call it, of the drawing, coloring, and pretty much everything about it. And it was pretty much of this. And that looks absolutely gorgeous.
It is amazing the amount of work that goes into just one colored panel. I'm gobsmacked because I've watched the video. Actually, he did this like a year ago or more, and just the amount of work that goes into it and the detail and how he pulls it together out of his mind and puts it down as a digital drawing was just fantastic. I recommend anybody who's not an artist and already knows the amount of work that goes into it to actually watch that video, because you will appreciate the work so much more having watched that.
Amen to that.
Speaking of which, our own fantastical homegrown artist, I say homegrown, but we're a worldwide fandom. Cranberry is working on videos of the commission that she recently did for me. So you'll be able to see her method and her work when she gets around to finishing editing that video. But of course, being summertime and things not being locked down where she's at means that she's a very busy little bunny. I use the word bunny because she has 2 bunnies now. And they keep her busy as well. So,
speaking of artwork, just let me close that down.
Speaking of artwork, segue here.
As part of the Happy Birthday Rosa Salazar event, we came across this particular one of an envisioning of what Alita might look like in the sequel, and this is what they call vector artwork, which is like when I looked it up, it's a form of like basically like a graphic artwork, computer graphics artwork. There was like one other term, I forget what they used, but essentially it makes it possible to create a piece and it not look too pixelated, if you will, the way that they program it. I don't know. I forget what they call it. I'd have to look it up again. But I thought that might be a nice little piece to showcase, because, you know, when we're all used to, and not that it's a bad thing, but when we're all used to your hand-drawn art, something like this, or like your lesser-known mediums where it'd be like thread and needle art or Jeff's woodworking, so it's stuff like that. And when you see it created with like the kind of care and passion that the filmmakers made Alita with, it's always nice to see. And definitely got the red eyes as well. That's probably more of a anime reference too. And the last piece of news discovered
that's
by...
not the last piece of news. Read down, dude.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah. I just did my basic Alita Battle Angel and then looked in the news tab. And there's 2 articles. They look like complete bullshit articles, but they're there.
We'll check it out.
Yeah.
But something that might end up being my first clothes set that I get for my Hot Toys Alita. You know, thanks to the...
you're going down that rabbit hole, are you?
Yeah, because I got one and
are you going to be the
other people don't.
Australian Vladdy. Going to take Hot Toys Alita to the beach because we don't get snow in Brisbane.
You know what? That might not be such a bad idea. I can just imagine getting a little pair of thongs and
you should get a little esky and
maybe
some tiny little tinnies.
And maybe like a one piece or a nice bikini set showing off the berserker body.
I think Alita would do the one piece. I think she's got the class for it.
Yeah, but yeah. So he basically discovered this setup, and when I asked for his source, it had more pictures for us as well. Now I wonder if it'll allow us to load it up this way.
Yeah, I've only got one comment to make. Is there people in the Alita army that don't have 2 Hot Toys Alitas?
Yeah, shut up.
I don't.
Hey, look, I'm a struggling writer. All right, if you want to support my work, Send me a Hot Toys Alita.
Or be lucky enough to win one, as I was when Foxfire did that
Look,
big
I
vending event a while back.
Foxfire has done some amazing things for the Alita Army, and that was probably the high point. We don't see a lot of him. I think he's a bit busy at the moment with summertime in Germany, but hopefully when things quieten down there a bit, he'll wander back and tell us what his summer was like, and do some more stuff like that, because it's fantastic when super fans support the fandom like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to be honest, the Creek won one of his Hot Toys Elitas too from Harkins.
Oh man, I'm surrounded by winners, and you're all grinning. God damn it!
Yeah, we're grinning all right.
When we get the sequel,
okay,
we'll all be winners.
I got.
You don't have a Hot Toys Alita KAOS? You're not gonna like?
I've got Martial Memory, the video game, the one and only.
Oh yeah, see, everybody's got something special. Damn it!
It's got as you can see, they got the mini replacement doll body hands as well. I think
and bar of chocolate and the what is it? It's the license.
The Hunter Warrior.
Hunter Warrior license.
Yeah, very nice.
So you went down to the factory, got your license, now you're just like one of us.
Yeah.
That's a very bad impression of Japan there. I haven't got all the swagger. I'm lacking in swagger at early morning, Sunday morning.
Man, yeah, that is going to be awesome.
Is that going to be your first purchase after your first paycheck?
Pretty much, yeah.
Not that there's checks anymore that go straight into your bank account, but yeah, well done. Well done getting a new job, man. You deserve it.
Oh, it just prevents me from going nuts. Just banging my head against the wall, doing absolutely nothing but training, so that Den doesn't feel left behind.
Well, I mean, you've got to be ready for when the big showdown happens. The South meets the North, and the fight is on.
And that Alita's a better waifu. But
did you think I meant you versus Den? No, I meant you versus Cran when she kicks you in the nuts. Oh, sorry, punches you in the nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a long distance between me and Den. I think we ought to play. I ought to arrange a game of Bushido Blade over the internet. The most realistic sword fighting game ever, where you die in one hit.
Oh, great! So it's a One Punch Man kind of deal.
Well, it's like real sword fighting. I mean, you're playing a samurai with katanas, and one hit kills you.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, I've got those articles loaded up, and we'll pretty much be reading them together as we go.
Yeah, let's do that. Because I haven't read them either. I just found them.
What do we got on the 12th of this month? So very, very recent. But since the cyberpunk action movie Alita had a world premiere on the first part of 2019, the enthusiasts, why can't they acknowledge us? Jeez, most others do.
I'm enthused. You're enthused. It's not unreasonable to call us enthusiasts.
Oh, I thought we were more zealots, but anyway. Are expecting the return of their most beloved heroine, Alita, played by none other than the birthday girl herself in Alita Battle Angel 2.
Happy birthday!
Of course, we know that's not confirmed officially, but both Cameron Rodriguez have hinted that the movie could lead to multiple sequels. And,
nudge, nudge.
1,000 pages of notes. Rodriguez being one of few directors that Cameron would even trust to touch any of his properties, especially since he's chosen Avatar as his little baby in filmmaking.
It's okay. It doesn't mean we can't do fan stuff. I've got to write that script when I get spare time.
I need to suck it up and start doing audiobook versions of my novel, and then certain people in the army who don't actually read will actually listen to it.
Who would that be?
Definitely want to bring the attention to this particular.
I think Gary and Cranberry should be the ones that record the audiobook, because having a Southern accent to narrate the book and giving Alita a Southern accent would be really good. A real nice nod to the heartland origins of Alita.
Well,
I do want to. I'll go ahead, Cass.
No, one problem is I don't know. Could someone do both Alita and Koyomi's voice? Because that's like two different narrators I got in the script so far.
Make Koyomi sound absolutely atrocious and horrible, just like her soul is.
What?
Well,
Koyomi's a bad person.
Well, maybe in the manga.
She's a brat, but in the movie she has a good reason to join Den later already.
In the movie, she's a waifu.
No. In the movie, she was one of the people with Hugo's gang ripping Kanuba apart.
Yep, she was.
She's also a waifu. Yeah,
I meant that actress looks cute.
I'll concede that. Yeah, she's not but she's one of the top waifus of Alita. But yes,
in Alita, in the manga, she's really young, but in the movie, it looks like they were maybe doing an adult one with her.
In the manga, she's absolutely terrible, man. She's horrible. I was hoping Den dropped her.
Nobody's perfect.
Well, and to be honest, when that other guy was in God mode, he didn't stop you, Den.
I should have dropped her. There you go.
Something that I might get your guys, people's opinion on is two parts here. First up, being the obviously we all know that there's like 1,000 pages of notes for all three films, which is the fact that they planned for an actual trilogy. So even before they knew if the first one would be a success or not, they had it all planned out. And
that's what good script writing, but script plotting is about. You know where you want to go. You just don't know the details of exactly how you're going to get there.
And I guess worst case scenario, if it did completely nosedive, that they just leave it at that, but it didn't.
Well, I've got a script I've got to write.
The other point that I wanted to ask about is this one here. While he said whether there is a possibility of it happening, he answered, I know other people would love to see another, namely the Leader Army, and he himself would love to do another one. And as far as where it would go or how it would be made, he thinks that streaming has opened up many opportunities, such as sequels. Now, with let's use Black Widow as an example, with the various claims of how well that did on streaming services as opposed to cinematic release. It had its usual what do you call it? The same time when it's released at the same time as streaming. Do you think it's like that at least plays a factor into why we haven't even heard anything? Maybe do you think they're waiting on what the new landscape will be? Do you think they're
I would say yes.
waiting on how well Avatar might be doing as a result? Because we all know that that's probably going to be more marketed towards a cinematic release. But
yeah, my feeling is that Disney inherited the $1 billion chalked up credit card of James Cameron with the Avatar sequels, and they've basically said your line of credit is maxed out, and until you make us some money with Avatar 2, you're not getting any more. So basically he's got to wait until Avatar 2 makes some coin before he's getting any money for side projects. And unfortunately, Alita is a side project for him because he's not the director. he's a producer. So I think we'll be waiting until 2023 to hear anything, unfortunately. But it gives me time to finish my novel. So there you go.
And knowing at the rate that the fandom continues to grow at,
172,813 people have signed the Alita Battle Angel Part 2 change.org petition. So there you go. It's still going up.
absolutely. Next article. Look out, Keanu. Looks like John Wick 4 adding an Alita Battle Angel star as the villain.
Yeah.
Oh my me.
Who is
Sorry,
it?
Right.
the world of John Wick isn't unfamiliar with trained killers. I was about to say maybe it's Alita.
That would be cool. Please let that happen. That'd be an awesome crossover.
Or they could at least even use Rosa. You never, ever know. I mean, I didn't mind Ruby Rose's character in number 2, I believe it was. But so it makes sense that the latest casting news for the in-production Chapter 4, a new actor has boarded from a franchise that also has a sort of log line in common, Alita Battle Angel. Only this time actor Marco Zaror isn't pursuing Doc Eater's Cybergirl. He's a new heavy trying to take out Keanu Reeves' John Wick. I am familiar with this guy. For those that don't know, Marco Zaror played Aja Cuddy. I wonder if I can find an image of him to give you a...
I have one somewhere. I'd have to dig it up though. I have an Alita folder with 1,200 pictures in it, so he's in there somewhere.
Basically, he's a well-known...
that one in the middle. The one in the middle. That's
which
it.
one?
That one.
Yeah.
Click on it. Click on it. There he is.
Just thought there would have been one of him, like in the actual cancer spa. But yeah, so
I have
the role that,
pictures of that somewhere too.
and he's not unfamiliar with playing villains as well, because I know him from another movie series called Undisputed, and
I know those films.
yeah, and he plays the main bad guy in number 2, I believe. No, wait, number 3. Can't seem to find one, but yeah, so he's the one that plays Aja Cuddy. Wonder if it'll come up then.
Love that motorcycle chase on the bridge.
As you know, he's the one that gets... I know that's not him, but he's the one that gets totally ripped apart by Kanuba's grind cutters in the match that was televised.
The bright green guy. Oh yeah, there it is.
But wow, that is some good news.
So he's getting work. That's great. Speaking of which, 2 other Alita alumni, Ed Skieran and God, I should be able to pull his name out of my head, but it's just not coming.
Is that really how you pronounce his name? Skieran, or is it Screen?
I think it's Screen. I always get it wrong.
I always thought I got it wrong. My bad for interrupting me. I just needed to know because I like that guy.
No, you're right. No, it's Screen. Screen. I got it wrong.
Sure, I thought it was Scrine.
Could be.
Well,
I don't know.
Which way of pronouncing it sounds more lazy? That's the Aussie way of saying it.
Yeah, that's right.
Pretty much.
He's got that completely correct. Damn it! Where I collected these shots. Where the hell did they go? Because I actually was hunting around in the Kansas bar, and he was actually in there, and I'm going to write that into my novel. That he says, "Oh, I was there the night you beat everybody up." Damn it! Where did those shots go?
What are you looking for?
I have pictures of Adjicate in the Kansas bar stills. They were only like half a second long. But I took them, and they should be here in this folder, but they're not.
There's one shot of him, when Alita is doing her speech, in that one shot. When I first time I ever saw that shot, I thought it was Michael Fassbender because the way his face was sideways, and it looked just like him to me.
Well, we all know that Den wants Keanu Reeves to play figure 4, so maybe
what
they
I
could do
really
a bit of a
wanted,
swapsy.
I really wanted an Alita and John Wick crossover because I thought the action in Alita was somewhat reminiscent of John Wick, because anyway, but yeah, the closest thing I could get, it would be Keanu making an appearance in an Alita sequel. That would be fucking great for me. Like I said, we have de-aging technology. She's damn near 35 years old now, and she played a 13-year-old. So, come on, guys, we can fucking do it. It's Weta. They can do it. They can make it work.
Weta can do almost anything at this stage.
Yeah.
Yep. Except get Disney to bloody fund the movie. God damn.
Yeah.
Or getting an Oscar nomination.
Yeah. About that. We could do a whole stream on how pissed off we are about that.
Fuck the Oscars. That's just a bunch of fucking fart sniffing. Like a bunch of fucking people with their heads up their own asses sniffing each other's farts. That shit is absolutely fucking useless. Did you even watch any fucking movie that won anything? No. Don't answer that question because you fucking didn't. If your movie won an Oscar, then it's probably trash. I take it as a badge of honor that Alita didn't win shit.
You know what? I like your approach and attitude to that.
I'm right there, right, standing right next to you with my arms crossed, looking very angry. I mean, back in the day, the Oscars used to mean something, but not anymore. God.
Yep.
It's all movie politics.
This is what I get for not having this folder sorted. For some reason, screenshots don't sort correctly.
Well, we live in an age where almost anyone can make a movie, as long as there's effort.
Which is a good thing. Like I said, the democratization, whatever the fuck that word is. Democratization. That is still not it. The democratization of filmmaking is a good thing. Like I said, we could see more things like Double Date and The Empty Man. Fucking movies that were awesome that nobody saw or talked about because it wasn't released on a big ass screen. You know what I mean? And pushed by Hollywood.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping the big ass screens come back because I'm going to miss them if they don't.
Well, I'm fine with the big ass screens. It's just the fact that I don't know. Things are now on an even playing field. You know what I mean? Things are now, in my opinion, things are more on an even playing field because now streaming is very viable.
Yeah, that would certainly help with the cost of the movie, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Although in Alita's case, they got that entire set down in Austin, which they could use, but.
Like I said, my thing isn't that I hate Disney for what they do. I know what Disney does, and I'm fine with it. Disney, do you. What I hate is the fact that in doing what they do, not in doing what they do, but in addition to doing what they do, they also buy up and crush competition. That they suck the oxygen out of the room for anyone who wants to compete. So not only is Disney doing pretty much only one note shit, they're also making sure that anything else that could be an option to it, an alternative to it, also doesn't get made.
Right, but part of it too is just everyone's willing to spend to only get one thing. It's like fast food, Everyone wants.
No, I mean that's not even true at all. It's just the fact that they don't have an option. I mean, it's like I don't know. You have a fucking great home style Mexican restaurant, right? But there's only one in the entire city, and then there's like 30 McDonald's. I mean, by default, McDonald's is gonna get most of the money just because they're so convenient and they're everywhere. Because for some reason, like say, I don't know, the big corporation at McDonald's started buying up all the lots where the homestyle Mexican restaurant could possibly build. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
I
it
see what
wasn't
you're
being
saying.
outcompeted.
And to get
It wasn't
there,
being outcompeted. It's that there is no place for the competition to grow.
exactly.
You know what I
And
mean?
how did that get there? It got there because the masses liked it.
I wouldn't even say that because Disney of today didn't build itself up doing what it's doing now.
Oh,
Disney
no.
built itself up on a completely different business
Oh,
model.
no. But it happened over the course of many years.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is the product they're selling now isn't out competing anything. It's just the fact that there is no competition. That's basically what I'm saying. Maybe back in the day you could say that Disney cartoons were out competing things and stuff like that, but these are two different companies, absolutely different companies. And like I said, it's not that their product is out competing things. No one liked fucking Aladdin. The people who liked it are lying to you. No one liked that shit, the Aladdin remake. You know what I mean? But it's the fact that that was what was playing at the time. And yeah, there were smaller movies in the theaters. There are smaller movies in the theaters, but like I said, for the most part, your options aren't that many compared to what is actually out there that you don't see. I didn't even hear about The Empty Man until this year. I didn't hear about Double Date until this year. That's a movie from 2017. I would have gladly watched that shit in 2017. Had no idea it existed.
I know.
Mean, like I said, you got to go search these films out.
I only watched Battle Angel on like Valentine's Day because it was like, oh, that's I recognize that name. I didn't.
Yeah.
I missed the trailers.
You know, how soon did I guess the Disney merger happened while Alita was in its theatrical run, right?
It was in process, yes.
Yes.
It was only in process. And was it in process before its release?
It was. They'd started the process, but it hadn't completed. Basically, the reason it wasn't advertised properly was because the advertising staff who were put on Alita Battle Angel were actually sending out the resumes because they knew they were losing their jobs.
So it did have something to do with it, but it wasn't direct then.
Oh, yeah. Well, there was a lot of rumors floating around that Alita was basically canned because they were trying to drive down the sale price of Fox, and they didn't want a big budget movie doing really well while they were trying to negotiate the final sale price.
That makes sense.
There was that.
That sounds like corporate fuckery that happens.
Yeah. I mean, that sort of corporate fuckery happens every fucking day. So I would not be surprised.
I was wondering if it was completely similar to The Empty Man, because The Empty Man literally got shit canned because of the merger. You know what I mean? Like they literally played the trailer for 1 week, and it was only on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like that's a film that if you watch it, you're like, wow, this is not some low budget fucking indie film. You know, it was the 21st Century Fox film, but it was shit canned directly due to the merger. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you mean because I missed a lot of film trailers on YouTube.
Well, my hope is that when we get our sequel, because it's Disney, it will then be brought up and given a spotlight and given us a chance to shine because it now is part of the empire, rather than going directly head to head against it. As the amoeba is eating the cell that was Fox. So my hope is that now it's on the other side of the fence, it will actually get some love rather than all the hate that it was shown unfairly at the time. This is Adjicutty, by the way. This is Adjicutty sitting in the Kansas bar. There was a quick flash of him, so I
that shot right there to me, he looks a lot like Michael Fassbender. I mean, that's who I thought it was. I thought he had kind of like, a lot. What sometimes those stars will do that little bit, just that one shot or that one little scene, and I thought that was him. But
there he is sitting there in the corner while Alita's doing the groin punch.
He's a smart guy, not getting punched in the door.
He's sitting there grinning, watching. Well, I've written it into my story that promotables aren't allowed to get involved in bar fights or do being a hunter warrior because they're contracted to play motorball. So there's a lot of stuff in contracts about exclusivity and not putting yourself in a position where you end up, wiping yourself out and getting knocked out of being able to play because you're contracted to play. So there's an expectation you won't be available. So I've sort of written that in as a sort of a real world factor, and it's actually in. I don't know. Are you past the end of the first motorball match, Creaky, in my novel?
Well, I'm at the point where she was injured at that one point, and then where I was is that she's now basically or mostly on the sidelines, and she's trying to hurry Ito and Uma, and maybe not Uma, but her tuner, trying to hurry them up, to get her back out on the track because she's worried Adjicutti's going to, catch her, and then of course Josh had gone. I'm spoiling. Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
It might convince a few more people to read it if they
know.
But
anyway, she's worried that Adjicutti's going to catch her and she's going to lose her 99. That's where I'm at. But she's sitting there getting repaired because she didn't take enough time before the race to make sure everything was synced up. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I sort of threw that in as the young girl who's too cocksure and thinks that she's never going to get damaged, but now she's playing pro motorball and got the shit kicked out of her, and she's like, right, okay,
she also punched, she punched that column too.
Totally something Alita would do.
Yes, that's why we love her.
Yeah, but this is what's going to happen to Angelus when he meets Kren finally. That's Angelus on the left and Kren on the right.
Yes,
and that's me as Adjicutti watching, grinning.
No, that's Rido. That's Rido sitting there getting fucking drunk, watching his wife punch dudes in the dick.
Yeah, and that's Creek actually shooting the video. So anyway,
right, fair enough.
Well, I was going to say...
And I'm off screen not getting punched in the dick. You know what I mean? That's honestly the best position to be in.
Yes. Oh, that's the guy that was sitting at the bar.
Yep, the guy who had the Rangers hat on.
Yep.
Not for long. It's why there's two and one of them's darker is because I actually had to lighten them. All of the screenshots that the Windows movie screenshot taker takes is really dark, so you got to brighten them so that they've got a bit more dynamic range. But yeah, so there you go. He was in the bar. It's amazing that bar scene, the amount of detail that's in there. You can go through frame by frame and pick up all sorts of shit, different characters, and again, we've had so many streams about the depths of this movie. And
I want to go to the movie set, walk down those stairs, and say, "I'm only here for the girl."
Yeah.
Oh yes,
yeah.
You need a pair of stilts to get high enough to scrape your head on the ceiling to do it properly. But yeah, totally.
Or you could say, "I'm only here for our girl." You could say,
make a slight variation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was going to say, it's one of Den's favorite was overhead ride. Only because it's a leader height or cranberry height. It's nut shot instead of a headshot.
Is that an overhand right?
No.
It doesn't look like an.
That's.
I guess that kind of.
Shot before.
That's a reverse punch right there.
That's what they call it in karate. Yeah.
He would be, unless he's a cyborg and doesn't have them anymore, he would be feeling that for like his kids would be bruised, even if they're already out.
I mean, he's got to get it replaced now. He's got to go to Ito. Ito, look what your girl did.
Yeah.
You got to give me a bigger one. Matter of fact, this time it's got to be mechanically extending. You know what I mean?
Maybe even get Sharon to do it since she did such a.
You know what? I think he's gonna come back in the next movie, not in the next movie, but in the third movie as the penis monster because he got his shit destroyed. Ito rebuilt it and bam, there you go.
No, Nova rebuilt it with nanites.
No.
It got out of control.
There you go.
Building a penis with nanites. Excellent.
That's Rakan right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They destroyed his
Yeah.
libido and
It could be Rakan. Yeah. Yeah. Had it rebuilt, and now I can punch holes in the walls.
No,
Oh, the things that are in
I
Kashiro's
think watching
mind.
Destiny Nova getting kicked off the floor is the best. He got
Oh,
punted
is that
like a
in
football.
is that in Martian Memory?
Actually, no, and I was disappointed by that. But it's like it's in volume 9 when he asks her like, "How is Doc Ito doing?" So she kicks him in the groin, and he like he's a football, and he rises like 6 or 7 feet off the floor.
Oof.
Of course, he knew what happened, and she just kicks him right there.
Oh, that's our buddy Mike. That's his article. Mike Reyes. Is it Reyes? I don't know how to pronounce it. Somebody do it. for me.
Reyes.
Reyes.
That's not the that one black dude that was one of the Snyder Cut guys that used to come on the stream a couple times. Is it?
No, this is Mike. He's been on the stream a number of
Oh,
times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he's not that black dude, right? From last year, that's been on the stream a couple times.
No,
He's a white guy.
Oh, okay. I thought because I think that guy's name was Mike too. He's supposed to be on a couple times more, but he never did come back on.
Yeah, Mike Reyes was actually on our stream, mine and Angelus's stream one time. So he's a good guy.
I like
I was hoping he was going to do something with the later Caligaritas stuff, but didn't happen.
I like how he like he's had more, like, I wouldn't say more prominent roles, but more physical roles that you could use as like video references, like using Undisputed as an example. Some of the fight scenes that he does, the choreography, you could use that to showcase, you know, him as an actor, like as if he would be presenting in a resume of sorts. But the fact that he used Alita as a reference point, I guess it's his most recent work as well. But I mean, like as a bit part player in Alita compared to the main villain in Undisputed, or like the Dusk Till Dawn series, it's like I'm glad that he actually used Alita just to, you know, throw the name out there and keep it relevant.
Well, that's what we're here for, to keep Alita relevant and to support Rosa and keep her relevant. And what is relevant to this stream, if I drag us back onto task, is Rosa Salazar's birthday.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much, Creaky, for putting together that little vignette that you put together of Rosa for her birthday that you played yesterday and today on this stream. It's most excellent.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun putting it together.
I'm amazed at the amount of things you do with Microsoft products.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, basically all I have is, I got a couple of video editors, but I use Microsoft PowerPoint, for some of the effects, not all of them, but.
I might actually kick it off.
Yeah, go for it.
Who here remembers the Simpsons episode where Bart comes across that like that mental patient that thinks he's a fat Michael Jackson?
Oh,
a fat
yeah.
white Michael Jackson, I should say. And
was there any other comments?
Well, I mean, the real one was skinny as hell, but still white.
Yeah.
Due to reasons, but
Mhm.
that particular episode involved Lisa Simpson's birthday, and basically MJ asked Bart, what are you going to get for your sister's birthday? He says, I don't know, nothing, or something along those lines. And so he goes on saying when his sister had her birthday, referencing Janet Jackson, MJ wrote her a song, and like as I was just like thinking up of memes and ways pictures of Rosa to put for the trending event, I found myself humming that song, and just like adding in like instead of saying happy birthday Lisa, it's happy birthday Rosa, and you gave us the birth of a beautiful cyborg, and instead of a beautiful sister sort of thing, and so forth, and just switching up words, stuff like that. But I don't know, I do some weird shit, but
Oh no, my brain does that sort of shit too. In fact, we need to find a Michael Jackson impersonator to re-record it with Rosa instead of Lisa.
or yeah, or at least
Maybe
someone
for a
that
birthday next year. That's cool.
But yeah, and that's like I said, that's one way I guess I celebrated Rose's birthday, or at least this year anyway.
That picture on the left there still freaks me out with Sharon in the container.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Whoever thought of that's a bit warped.
Yeah, and how did Ito get a hold of it?
And where's the support mechanism to keep her alive? I mean,
Yeah.
seems a little minimal.
How do you even know that that was still there if she ever came back?
And whoever said that Jennifer Connelly won't have a quote unquote part to play in the sequel, or parts plural.
Well, seeing as they didn't keep her face or her vocal cords, it would be very hard for Jennifer Connelly to actually,
Who's to say that Nova didn't
again
biogenetically copy them though?
Who knows? I mean,
And then 3D printed her back up at Salem.
they could have done. I mean, they bioprinted Alita a new body, so why couldn't they do it for Sharon?
Maybe that's how she gets back up to Salem.
Oh, Thurasoma didn't realize. Really, you hadn't contemplated.
What if they made like Sharon be the one for a last order type thing? I don't know.
Well, I mean, the possibilities there. Her brain is still intact, so
Yeah.
I do envision that bits of her are up in Salem at this stage, because 2 months have passed since
probably
since
have to
that
grow
happened.
something new from a genetic template.
Or they just dump her into a cyborg body and she goes completely batshit insane, which is probably what Nova would do to her.
Remember what happened to Carol? Carol kind of looks a lot like her. Like the dark hair,
I like that
dark
story,
eyes.
man. Yeah. That was a pretty
Merry
good story.
Christmas, Carol. Oof.
Well,
That was
remember he gave Carol the new body, but she didn't like it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I was thinking about that as an option as well. It seems to be the way that Kashiro's mind works.
On a side tangent, doesn't that story kind of make Ito seem a little bit weird? Because we've got the whole debate about what is his relationship with Alita exactly in the manga, and then you have this story where he has Carol. I know, but I'm just saying. Then you got the story with Carol, right? And she's like wetting herself and shit. And Ito's like, "Oh, that's cool." And I'm like, "Dude, there's something wrong with this girl. What is up with you and the chicks that you choose to go after? You know what I mean?" I guess Sharon fixed it.
Yeah.
Well, it was more like
for the film and the anime.
It was more making Ito think.
Damn, you're getting yelled at, bro.
What if he uses Sharon's body parts, like literal, like brain and whatnot, to create? What's her name? Eli. Is it Eli?
Yes, Eli is.
Why did you say that name? She's a monster.
Eli's awesome as a character, but yeah, she's a monster.
No, it was a good thing when she got chopped up.
Oh, Creaky hasn't got up to the chapter where Eli shows up.
Nope. Not there yet.
All right. I despise her.
Oh, good. I don't know what to look out for.
Characters you love to hate. Oh, let me just say that Doc Joe, who's my friend who came on the stream, came on both streams actually a while back. He's like one of my critical readers who reads it early on and gives me advice on how to tweak it. And he read that character and went, "Oh, you're pushing the boundaries here, Max. You're pushing the boundaries." And I'm like, I didn't actually create this character. This is actually a character from the manga because he hasn't read it. And he's like, oh, okay. She like that? I'm going, she's worse than this. I'm going, oh, okay. I'm just introducing her. She hasn't wound it up to 11 yet. So he's like, oh, okay.
So you toned her down in your story, right?
Oh, well, you don't come out of the gate with all guns firing. That leaves you nowhere to go. You've got to work up to these things.
I'll be on the lookout for that.
Oh, trust me, you can't miss her. She has a whole scene where, she's basically giving Jashiga no other choice.
Yeah.
But, she doesn't like cyborgs, so she's pretty disgusted having to do it.
Oh no, she doesn't mind that part. She just doesn't want to be romantic with them. That's the messed up part about it. Then there's she's fat butler.
But she's a raging ball of sexuality. That is her.
Eli should have had a lot more screen time in the manga. I guess page time.
Yeah.
Eli was great. I liked her.
I did too.
I like her fight with Alita near the end.
I bet you did.
Yeah, I did. Because me and Kishiro have something in common. It's called being males, I guess.
Well, something that I guess we share in common is that just to sort of complete my little entry for the Rosa Salazar's birthday stream, is that my favorite moment is the and segueing back to the article for a bit there as well, the very first Alita Army YouTube video I ever saw, I believe was one of yours, and it was on the Be Like Keanu video, and that's when I first
martial arts one, yeah,
and that's when I first discovered that. I know that she did the mocap performance, so I thought, they probably did the same for her action sequences. Because, why would you want to risk injuring your main star? But when I discovered that, akin to some of the big name actors, funnily enough, like Keanu, like, Scott Adkins and Marco Zaror as well, they did their own, at least fight choreography anyway. Discover that Alita at least did physical training so that she looks the part, sort of really impressed me as well.
I like the way when she talks to her, she goes, "When I got the part, I was made of croissants."
Yeah.
I really appreciate that she did that. You know what I mean? Because I have this thing. Y'all know me. Y'all know me and the shit that I talk about and care about. I would really like to see a lot more actors getting a lot more physical with their roles, because it's just really weird when you see these dudes dressed up like Captain America and then realize that they did absolutely none of the Captain America shit that you saw on screen. They basically just stood there in a fucking foam uniform and then called it a day, and then everyone else comes in and does all the cool shit. It's kind of weird when I think about shit like that. You know what I mean? So that's why it gave me a lot of respect for Rosa. And then, I used to teach this shit. You know what I mean? And one of the things that she said, this is how I can tell she wasn't faking it. You know what I mean? She actually did train. It's getting hit in the face. And I didn't know she does a lot of wushu and some of the more exhibition style martial arts. But she's also wearing Muay Thai shorts. You know what I mean? She's learning how to kick pads and hit and shit like that. And it's true. Getting hit in the face is probably the most important lesson of any kind of martial art, because of the fact that if you don't know how to react to it, what I mean? That can be exploited. If you don't know how to react to it, you will be exploited in that fight. That's a great way to That's a great thing to take advantage of with someone in sparring, fights, or anything. So that gave me a lot of respect for her, and that's why I was inspired to make that video.
And that's why I mentioned those other actors like Scott Adkins and Marco Zaror, because
Yeah.
very few actually sort of do that. And, without wanting to sound like, sexist or part of the patriarchy or any crap like that, you wouldn't expect Rosa to do that, but she did. And she didn't just do it for the sake of it. She did it because she wanted to be more genuine in her role. And, that made me appreciate her so much more.
I really hate the narrative that anyone thinks that martial arts or physical acting is exclusive to men or anything like that, because Gina Carano did that shit years ago in an absolutely horrible movie called Haywire. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
it's terrible, but she proved that she can fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like, we all know we all know that fucking women are awesome in fucking movies and shit like that. You know what I mean? I married a female martial artist, so I wouldn't expect that Rosa couldn't do it. It wasn't her gender or her size that made me think she couldn't do it. It's the fact that she's an actor. And if you've ever been to LA, you know how these people are, and they're not necessarily the fighting type. This is why I got a lot of respect for Tom Cruise. You know what I mean? He's a fucking weird guy, but he's physical, you know?
Yeah, he is.
He's very good at jumping on couches.
And running. That motherfucker, I know y'all seen that Family Guy joke about why he runs in every movie. Oh, I'm the only one, I guess. Back to Rosa.
But yeah, so that's pretty much one of my favorite Rosa moments. I've seen her in other roles. I've seen her in Chips, as you guys know, and in that infamous shot. And I plan to see both Bird Box and the Maze Runner series after, even if she might not play as much of a prominent role, but bugger, it's Rosa. And I see her in a new light now. And that's what made the trending event so much more special to me anyway, because it honestly did not matter if we made it or not. It was the fact that I felt like I was sitting in a room with all my Alita Army Hunter Warriors, and we were just doing what we're doing now, talking about our favorite topic, which is Rosa Salazar as Alita. It was awesome. Love it.
All the stories around Rodriguez and Cameron realizing that Rosa was Alita, and that she was what they were waiting for to make this movie happen. And also Kishiro's reaction when he arrived on set and saw Rosa, and his first comment was, "She's beautiful. Why do you need the CGI?"
Yeah.
It's like,
he leaned over to her and said Alita, didn't he? And that I think she said that really took her breath away. She got kind of emotional, I think.
I could have sworn I saw that in another YouTube video. Either that or someone was being interviewed and they said it in a third person sort of perspective. But you might actually be right on that one. I can't say for 100% certainty, maybe 99%, but yeah.
my favorite. Well, there's lots of Rosa stories, but my favorite one that she talks about to do with getting the part is that when she got the call from Rob saying, "You've got the part, do you want it?" She was getting she'd parked somewhere. I think it was in California somewhere, and she was just walking back to a car, and she was getting a ticket. And you know how people generally react to getting a ticket, and she was so happy. And and the guy who was giving her the ticket says, "Why are you so happy? People normally hate it when I give them tickets." He goes, "Oh, I just got the part. I got a part, like a lead role in a movie. It's my first lead role, and I'm so happy. And this ticket will give me the date and time that I got the role." So she kept it, and she was happy to have it. And that's Rosa.
it is.
Come on. it's looking at the world differently, and I think that's one of the things that makes Rosa special.
Amen.
And I'm looking forward to this new YouTube movie whenever it drops. The a new cherry flavor, or is that what it's called?
Netflix, yeah, the Netflix one.
Yeah, the Netflix one. Yeah, because she's a lead role in that, I think.
Well, pretty much it was a breakout, something role, whatever terminology they use.
Breakout role. That's what they call it. Yeah, that's
Breakout
when
role.
they get noticed.
I mean, like, she was already on the radar, but that put her on the map for sure.
Mixed metaphor, but it works. So, Creaky, KAOS, Den, you guys got any favorite Rosa moments you'd like to wax lyrical about?
Yeah,
Just talking about her getting punched in the face. That's all.
Fair enough. See where you're coming from. I know everybody spoke at once. KAOS or Creaky, you got one?
Yeah, I think for me, I guess one of the things that I liked seeing her in was in that Star Trek short.
Oh, yes, that was very good.
Yeah, it was. I mean, yes, she didn't have a very big part in it, but it was kind of neat seeing her in like a command position, she's the captain of a starship, and it was really neat seeing her do that, because I thoroughly enjoyed that because my first ever fandom was Star Trek, and then of course now this is the fandom, but it was really neat, seeing how she handled a problem crew member, who was, kind of off the rails, and she had to deal with all the tribbles and stuff like that, so it was just so cool seeing her as the captain of a starship.
Well, I got two comments about that short, and the first one is that her character got boned in the writing of that short, which is a shame because I would have liked it to continue that character, in future episodes. But of course, then Discovery
that was
went.
more a comedy thing than anything. As far as I
It
saw,
was,
it was
yeah.
like a joke.
It was a bit of a tongue-in-cheek short, yes, definitely. It wasn't like main storyline driving thing.
Oh, even then, I haven't really kept up with newer Star Trek, but a lot of Star Trek series had plenty of standalone episodes that weren't part of a bigger story. It's just some time that happened while they're out in space. Breathing room.
Yeah. Well, you got to lighten the mood sometimes.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
But the other thing is that tribbles have been. They're like a staple of Star Trek. They're one of those things that permeates through all versions of Star Trek. They've been
just like the mirror universe.
Exactly. The mirror universe is one of those things. But tribbles, like there was Emmy award-winning episode of Deep Space Nine where they actually cut the new actors into the old scenes. And that was fantastic, the way they did that.
I know that episode. It was Trials and Tribulations.
That's the one. Yeah, exactly. So the Tribble episodes have been like one of those standout things within Trek that have lightened the mood and people remember. And Rosa's joined that very limited portion of Trek in that she's in a Tribbles episode, be it are short, but she's still added to the Tribbles canon. So I think that's special.
I'm not a Trekkie myself, but like that, my takeaway from that particular sort of canon, if you want to call it that, from Trek, is that it was it definitely had a comedic spin to it, and at least in that sort of context, I enjoyed it. And not just because it had Rosa in it, but yeah. Captain Cupcake.
Yeah. You can almost see Ed Skrein or Screen or whatever you want to call him. You can actually see him saying that, can't you?
Yeah.
Dizzy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Had to be Dizzy, didn't it?
Get on here, Diz. Come on, man.
So, Chaos, you were going to say something about your favorite Rosa moment. Do you want to fill us in on that one?
I just watched the movie when it came out from theaters. Like, I missed the trailers for it. It's like, really? They made a movie of that? Cool. And I just thought it was nice hearing her commentary and the behind the scenes that I also saw on YouTube later after I watched the film. Because I was just wondering, like, who did that? I mean, it's obviously motion capture and CGI. I'm just like, okay, who is this? It's like, cool. It's nice to see the work of her and all that production crew that went into that.
Yeah, I really even taking the Rosa factor out of it, I love looking up how that sort of thing like all sort of comes together as well. Like back when Lord of the Rings came out, like watching how they like put all that together with like the mass battles, the individual fights, the VFX they would have used to make all of that happen. And then with this one, like you said, seeing how they put Alita together and yeah, just seeing it come to life on the big screen.
Well, you watch the movie and you appreciate it for what it is. Then you watch it a whole bunch of times and you see all the detail that went into it. And then you watch those shorts about how they did all the CGI. And, oh my God, that was some work.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
And the amount of effort that Rosa put into being Alita is right up there with, the people who worked on this movie cared about it and loved it and wanted to do their best and did their best. And that is why it is so brilliant. Nothing was phoned in.
You know what, Ash? If you wanted to come on and mention that, click on the link. But I did not realize she even did that. I can read in the comments that he remembers when she took her manga research so seriously that she basically colored in a panel herself or something along those lines. If I'm
she treated it like a coloring book and colored most of the first 2 volumes.
And he commented that it would be like a holy grail for the Alita army. And
if we could get a hold of it, yeah. Somebody needs to scan that shit in.
Again, referencing a Simpsons episode, the Captain Atom, like the first issue, first edition, with Bart Milhouse and who's that third character up in the treehouse, and they were like sort of fighting over the comic, and then in the end the comic gets torn apart. But I can just imagine us as the Alita army fighting over that.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to fight over it if it's digital, man. We just share it around.
Or dare I say, I'll probably just shifted over to Cranberry and the Alita Army Museum.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Cranberry finishes up her work and gets on here soon.
Yeah. I think she said she was running around. So, we lost KAOS.
Oh, we could never do that. It's always here with us. It's the name of the show. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah. Captain Jokey Joke. Yeah, I know.
Hi, Cran. She's in chat at least.
Yeah, she's in chat. She also missed all that bit at the start that you were saying, Angela. So she'll go back and watch that, and then you'll be owed another punch to the groin.
But yeah, I think that's everyone.
Most people here.
Catchy ringtone.
I think it's that time of day. My son just woke up, so he's poked his nose in the door. It's not my ringtone. It's I just muted to speak to him.
Oh, okay.
Looks like you're in trouble. Jealous. Come on, Cran. You have to come on and give him the FU.
Yeah.
I'll leave if Cranberry if that opens a spot for her.
No, we can have more than this. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I
We
got
can shoehorn him in up to 8, isn't it? 8
no
or 9?
10. We get 4 more people on. So anybody, come on. You know, seriously, we're not gonna bite. You know, at least this,
You
Help us celebrate.
you
Rosa's
said that
Salazar
you
birthday.
needed a spare slot for the
Yeah, we got-
display.
yeah,
So
we
you
got
can
6
buy-
on. We have 6 right now, counting the presentation. So yeah, we got room for 4 more people. So
Yeah, there you go. Come on and tell us what you think, Rosa. Hopefully it's good. It'd want to be if you're in the Alita army.
Here's one. If whether Alita was what put Rosa on the map for you as an actress, or whether it wasn't, what was like your first non-Alita Rosa moment, I guess.
are you asking anybody?
Yeah, pretty much like an open question to the panel and
Yeah, I
extended
first,
chat as well.
yeah, the first time I saw her was in Divergent. That was back in 2015. So she played a soldier. So it wasn't a very big part, but
Like, I mean, with the presentation that you got up now, obviously she's done a lot of things.
yeah, a lot more than
And-
that. I couldn't fit it all on one screen.
I feel this year I need to go and catch up on all of those. If I could have a copy of that slide,
Yeah,
I
I,
don't know if I can
I-
work
One.
my way through.
Ed screen.
yeah.
Nutshot Angelus.
Don't you have a story about this show, Angelus?
Well, there's a tweet about that I thought that was really hilarious. Actually, I might actually look it up and see if I can find it.
I love Sin of Sanity's. I said, we don't bite. He said, don't do that. Cran might run away or something.
I heard laughing. What did I miss? So I had my headphones off.
Well, you know, Sin of Sanity said a while ago when I said, come on the stream, we don't bite, at least this time. Sin of Sanity says, oh, don't say that because it'll drive Cran away. Insinuating she likes to be bitten, so I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Well, Sin of Sanity, I'm not going to bite Cran. We're buddies, so that's not going to happen. So,
Not unless she asks really nicely.
yeah, well, I'd have to run from Rido if I did that. So,
There is that.
yes. Oh, I love it. Now, I haven't seen any of the Maze Runner movies. How big a role did she have in those movies, or was she only in one of them?
I believe she was in the third one, right?
I guess I've never seen them, so
There was the first, which is just called Maze Runner. Then there was Scorch Trials, and then Death Cure, if I'm not mistaken.
welcome aboard, Cran.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, good.
You're sounding like just as clear as you usually do, but a little bit different. You got like a different setup or different headphones or
I
mic?
got a
or-
new mic.
Yeah.
Is this the scene to which
Hello.
Dizzy is referring?
Not just Dizzy, that's the one Angelus likes.
Ah.
Maybe.
That looks like it's ready for a spanking.
Yeah, I'm not going there.
I will.
Me first.
There seems to be a line forming here. I'm going to stop sharing that. We might get yeeted. So how you doing, Cran?
I'm here.
Woo! It's always a good thing to be here.
Oh, found it. Share screen. There we go. And that one, and probably one of my more favorite tweets would be this one when it comes up. That one. This one here. Hang on.
Watch where you're going, Sonny.
Yeah, right.
Oh dear, the ultimate distraction.
Yes.
That's why it's good when you're blind. I guess
Yeah.
thermal vision isn't true blindness, but you don't see everything that everyone else does. Although, what do you know? If it's thermal, you might still see something.
It'd be warm, I'm sure. Leather is a good insulator.
I don't know. There was that other character with thermal vision, and she used it to make sure she saw those guards coming at her.
I wonder
Apparently
what you get
cloaking
from
devices didn't work. Oh, I'm talking about
probably
Cerula Sanguis in Last
Oh,
Order.
yeah,
She
yeah.
also has thermal vision.
I probably shouldn't go here on a live stream, but I wonder what psychometry would give you if you touch that.
I don't need to touch her. I already have thermal vision. It's the only vision.
Yeah, but your psychometry. What skills would you get from touching that?
I can temporarily know someone's fighting style from it.
Not where I was going, but okay.
or their powers, but it doesn't last forever. Like what? You just don't have their.
I forgot about that aspect of KAOS's powers. Actually,
The fact that he's blind.
I know that. I know that psychometry you can like pick up the history of an item, sort of thing, but I didn't realize you could extend that far that you could pick up the skills, because that's what he does with the sword, I believe.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yes.
But that's why he had the mole men digging all the stuff up out of the buried city.
Oh, true, yeah.
Right.
He was basically a historian, and he was pulling the history of the city from the items that they brought up.
Well, he also learned how to use that sword too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And almost supernaturally so, but the problem is Dusty Nova's got a laboratory full of magnets, and those are not good. It's funny because it's kind of similar to you guys. Have any of you watched Unbreakable?
Yes.
You remember how David, the main character, touches people and he knows what they did?
Yeah.
Does that too?
Yeah. Yeah, that was. I guess the sequel to that movie was that one that Bruce Willis and.
Technically, there were two sequels because you saw Kevin from Split in Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Touch the guy's mother in the subway station, but he noticed that the other guy, the janitor, was a serial killer, so he went after that guy instead.
So, Cranberry, do you have a favorite Rosa moment that you'd like to share with us on her birthday stream?
I'm trying to think. I haven't seen her in a ton. Alita, of course. I watched Bird Box. Oh my gosh. Bird Box. Which, no, was it Bird?
Yeah.
Wait, what was that? Is that the right movie?
Yeah.
Okay,
Have
I
you
didn't.
Have you got the list there? The slide with the list, Creaky?
I'll have to go back. Let me go back to it.
Yeah, that one I personally did not like that film at all. So not anything on Rosa herself. I just didn't like the film. I loved Undone, like everything about it. As an animator, just yes. Let's see. Anything else I've seen?
Yeah, Undone was good, and it felt like sassy Rosa. I
Mhm.
quite liked it.
And the Star Trek short. I've never seen anything to do with Star Trek, just that short, and I thought it was hilarious.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we had about a 5-minute discussion about Star Trek and Tribbles and how it
Yeah.
fit really well into that canon.
And so I think out of all of it, I mean, Alita, of course, but Undone was fantastic.
That's going to be my like crutch because there's no streaming service that I'm sub to at the moment that has that. It's shit.
Yeah. There's a couple
Okay,
of folks.
I don't watch much at all nowadays, so.
Yeah. There's a couple of folks in the chat are confused.
Animation looked interesting, like
Yeah.
Vincent Van Gogh type not Van Gogh type paintings, but you know what I mean. It looks like a painting.
Yeah. I just want to clarify something here. There are a couple of folks in the chat. See on that slide right there, it says birthday. It says July 16th today. This was the slide we used yesterday on the Alita stream. So yesterday was her birthday. So.
Just a fan. Creaky couldn't fit everything on this slide. The list was a bit long, so
Yes.
he left a couple of things out. You're quite right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly right. You know what though? I should not have left that one out.
Oh, I mean, there's so much that you
Yeah.
could say that about though. So I
Yeah.
think you can pretty much forgive that.
Yeah.
So, if you're not on Twitter, if you're not, why not? Because the Alita Army on Twitter is awesome. But on Twitter, we had a streaming. Sorry, no,
Streaming.
sort of a trending event, but
Yeah.
I think I need more caffeine. But we had a sort of trending event just celebrating Rosa Salazar's birthday, and the hashtag was Happy Birthday, Rosa Salazar. And there's some really good tweets there. Angelos, did you have any favorites that you might be able to pull up? I did see you dropping tweets into various DMs that you were impressed with, so I thought you might have something to share.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! What am I? Well, obviously we already saw one of the other ones before with the
New clothes.
the chips scene and the car accident
Oh yes.
from Ryan Gosling, I think the actor was.
Yes.
But my other favorite comes from none other than the star himself.
Yeah.
And basically it's the whole, and then they said
Yeah.
it was going to be a flop, and then
Yeah.
they didn't see us coming,
Yes.
and then that's the picture that it was captioned with. I mean, like there was like a lot. I mean, of course there would have been a lot of tweets, but like my I guess collection of Rosa pictures expanded thanks to that event. So I am grateful.
There was a really nice one of her on the beach, I think, lit by a bonfire. Her face
That would
was.
be by Dennis. I wonder if it's up here. Actually, I should just be able to click on if I can find it. that one.
There she is.
Yeah,
That's neat.
that's a nice picture.
Yeah, it is.
Mm.
In fact, that's something we can possibly just quickly do as well. Go over the various tweets, and like I said, like there were so many that I literally had to sort of pick and choose. Where's this one from?
That's Bird Box, I think.
No, there was that other film she was in. Oh crap, what was it called?
What? Not Maze Runner or
No.
Diversion?
Not Undone, is it?
No.
No, definitely not.
Shh.
It's a strange
know
name
what
for
to
a
make.
movie.
Now we know what to make one of the questions for the trivia.
It had the word owl in it. Night owls.
Night Owls, yeah.
I really like night owls. I forgot about that one. I think that's from Night Owls. I could be wrong though.
Alita.
Yes.
Another one of my personal favorite pics of Rosa.
Yeah.
And possibly even another dress I'd love to get for Hot Toys Alita too.
That would be a good one.
This is another good one, I thought. A nice edit there. Because there is an actual champagne called Alita as well.
Can't get in the US.
Maybe not directly, but you could have it shipped, surely.
There's very weird alcohol laws in the United States about shipping.
Yes, they are.
Damn.
She's absolutely right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it has to do with the fact that it's flammable.
No, it's because every state has different laws.
That is true. Yes.
Oh, I like that picture there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess in a way, Chun was her surrogate mother, which is a really nice one. Rosa. That's a good one.
That's pretty neat there.
I wonder how they achieved that, because they would have had to like move the body aside and sort of edit it apart. Because even in the mocap suit, she would have had to been standing a lot closer to Christoph Waltz in that scene.
Well, she would have been. They just would have grabbed her and gone whoop and moved her to the side. I mean, they can do that sort of shit wetter. They can.
Yeah.
I like that scene there where she's doing that outward crescent kick on that guy, and then she looks up at Ito, and I like the look on her face.
Oh, the hide her face behind her bang.
Yeah.
On the side. I've used that a couple of times in my novel, where she's feeling contrite or embarrassed.
Yeah.
I used it a few times because that's one of her things, and it's the whole show don't tell. Like you could say, oh, and Alita was embarrassed, but you just describe her doing that, and Vladdy's here, Mr.
Hello.
Vladdy.
Yay!
Just got off work in time to join the party. How's it
Cool.
going?
Party.
Oh, I need a party horn.
Yeah.
Get the Kraken out, Cran.
Yes.
No, it's 6:40 at night. I'm actually working on an Alita drawing.
Oh, nice.
Yay!
Nothing really show. It's gonna be it's just a very roughness, so nothing to show yet.
You're not working on that video that you need to get in.
Shut up, Max.
Hopefully she's working on.
I don't like video.
Hopefully
editing.
she's working on Creek's commission.
It is.
Oh.
Look, I tell you what, Kren, just speed the process up. If you dump it in a share drive, and I'll edit it for you because I can edit videos.
Hear me talking random shit throughout the whole videos.
Well, I mean, do you want your voice on there, or do you want like some music playing and have it sped up?
We'll talk. It would be a speed thing.
Yeah, because you can't leave the audio in there if you speed it up because.
Oh, that is funny to listen to, though.
Yeah. You know what you can do though, Cran, is you can, before you speed it up, you can separate the audio from the video. and then you can post that back in. So then it looks like it's regular speed, talking, but fast video.
But then you have to edit that audio down because it's not going to match the speed of the
It's
video.
not. Yeah,
You're going to get them talking about something that happened 20 minutes ago because the video's gone past it. Oh, the fun's of video editing. Let's not have a whole stream about that.
Oh, I've tried to make music videos and it's too much. It's too many little clips you got to organize and it just gets horrendous.
But you make them all the time.
There
Oh
are
wait,
things that
that's
make it
probably.
easier.
Never mind.
I love doing music videos. I think they're yeah.
Did you know
I
that
was
there's a
gonna
beer
say,
there's a beer in Mexico called Alita?
No kidding.
I've still got a champagne Alita and a rum or something. What is it? Let me go get it. I'll be right back.
Go get it. What?
I won't leave you in suspenders, Creaky. It's actually Alta, but I put the I in there.
Oh, okay. Damn it.
There was a tweet that Mario threw up, or Marino One, or whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
He just did a really rough eye, and I actually pulled the Alta out and cut an eye into it and put it back in again to.
Okay. I've got my Alita brandy and my Alita champagne here, ready to open them once the sequel is announced.
Yes.
Totally.
Mushroom Doll was keeping them safe.
I actually moved my Alita shrine from over in the corner near the TV to behind me in the display case because I had a display case behind me for years and it's just been full of crap. So I've always wanted to cover it up if I'm ever doing a live stream with a video. And I thought, well, fuck it, I'll put stuff in there that's worth looking at. So there you go. I actually did that. I think the feng shui of the room's far better now.
Meanwhile, my Prime One Alita statue that has a rabbit litter box under it.
My Alita shrine is a total mess as well.
Would that be considered a
sort
mixed
out,
metaphor? I don't know.
I don't know. He's very my rabbit's very protected when he goes to the restroom.
Sounds fair.
Oh, we lost somebody.
How's the little shit going?
Chaos,
He's a little
chaos
kid.
fell off, I think. Oh, no, chaos is
Oh no, Chaos is here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Den maybe?
Is he?
No,
Dan's here.
Dan's here.
No,
Den-
Den's here. No one's dropped off then.
Oh, maybe it's because
I switched
you-
devices.
Yeah. So, folks, we got room for two more if anybody wants to come on.
But yes, Vladdy, what's your favorite Rosa moment?
Well, the peak's got to be buy those Blu-rays, baby, the classic.
Mm,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
It was surely mentioned before I got here, right?
yeah.
No, it hasn't.
No, we haven't.
Saved it for you. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, that was dope.
Totally deliberate.
Because we were all like, it was quite near in the early days, and we were just like so excited. And then she actually said that. Armand, or was it Armand? Is that his name?
Yes.
Armand on the ground there. He
Yeah.
got her to say it, and that was beautiful. And that just sort of like connects with like why I love her so much, because her enthusiasm and like the joy she had for Alita, it just totally like made me fall in love with her.
I'm a little sad that it got her in trouble.
You think it got her in trouble?
Yeah, there was that whole thing about she was supposed to be spruiking Undone, and she started talking about Alita, and I think that actually was she got a slap over the wrist for that.
What makes you
Because
think she actually got that?
she had Alita stuff up during that time on her Instagram. She had to take it down
Maybe.
because that was around the time of the first Alita Day, where we sent the cards and stuff. And I think she got some flack over that because she was contracted to be advertising and pushing Undone. And I think that bringing up Alita got her in a little bit of trouble.
Could be.
But yes, you're quite,
Alita's
you're
really
quite right.
important to her, so
Hmm.
I'm sure she's
I
worth
mean,
it for her.
One could, I wouldn't say argue, feels like a strong word in this context, but definitely one could debate that she was, appealing to her fans in general. And like, who's to say that Alita fans wouldn't want to see? Oh, I love Rosa in Alita. What else does she do? And then all of a sudden, the first thing they see is Undone. It's like,
Yeah.
check this out. I mean, that's
Cross
almost
Exactly.
pollination is a thing, and it's a worthwhile thing. But then there's contracts, and contracts suck. So
She was building her brand up as like the girl who's like really good at being a mocap animated kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of connected with Alita and Undone. So it was all connected, yeah.
I'd like to see her in some more sci-fi stuff, like some classic spacey sci-fi. I think she'd do a good job.
Yeah, the Star Trek short was fun.
I mean,
Oh,
but that's about all she's had, and you
I
know.
know. Well, obviously she had Maze Runner and stuff like that, which is sci-fi. But yeah, I want to see her in a big sci-fi epic. Which is like, maybe in that new Zack Snyder one, that could be cool.
She could be in a live-action version of what's it called? Cowboy Bebop.
Oh yeah, should be dope in that.
They or Ed.
I would love to see her play Ed.
That'd be some serious mocap right there.
Yeah, it would be.
De-age her to what? De-10? Is it?
Also,
Ed is a
Ed is
really
extremely
young girl.
and really flexible.
well.
Thing
I'd
is-
still
the
vote
funny
for
thing is
Faye.
that Ed looks a lot like Koyomi, kind of. Manga Koyomi.
Yeah, manga queen. I mean, the one that Den really likes.
The redhead Koyomi.
I'm muted. Nothing else outside of the Blu-ray. Sorry to derail there for a little bit. Yeah.
For me, like, just when I first watched Alita, I didn't really know who she was. I'd already seen Bird Box before that, but even after I watched Alita and like figured out who she is and like I watched all the behind the scenes stuff, I still didn't like remember that she was in that. It's really strange. But just seeing all the like pictures and the videos from her being interviewed and everything, her enthusiasm for it just like totally made me fall in love with her, and that just sort of carried over into the buy those Blu-rays thing and all that stuff.
So it was her personality, I guess.
Yeah, a bubbly personality, and a sense of humor as well. It's just so great.
And also that she doesn't just toe the line. She's got an opinion.
Yeah, and she's not afraid to like. She's always like smoking weed on Instagram and stuff, and it's like you wouldn't find that with a lot of celebrities. She's a lot more real than most other actresses. I think it's fair to say.
I reckon she scares a lot of Hollywood because she doesn't toe the line.
Well,
Cameron does that. Rodriguez does that.
Yeah,
Rosa does that.
Her new show on Netflix is like about her getting revenge on like Hollywood producers. So I'm kind of looking forward to that on like a meta level.
I want to see that now even more.
Yeah, let me see I'll read the description off. I've got it here. Hold on.
Is it on IMDb, Vladdy?
I just remember the last line is "and kittens."
Yeah, they changed that. Now it seems a bit more. It's still cool though. Where is it?
While you bring that up, an idea that I had. Well, that
I've got it here. Hold on, let me read it now.
Yep.
So it's about an aspiring film director in the sun-drenched but seamy world of 1990 Los Angeles embarks on a mind-altering journey of supernatural revenge. But it's her about like I think she gets revenge on some Hollywood producers. The new Netflix description might actually be better. Actually, let me just check that out. Sorry, go ahead. What were you going to say?
One of the ideas that was brought up earlier on is that I was going to get a little bit of a one piece for Hot Toys Alita and have some thongs and a beer or something, and then like have her go out on the beach.
Flip flops, right? Sorry,
Yeah.
you say thongs. It means something else here.
Oh yeah.
Flip flops, yeah.
Yeah, you're not buying the
Jandals.
thongs, I hope.
They call them jandals in places too.
Or pluggers, depending on what kind of.
Oh, that sounds even more lewd.
Oh. Mind out of gutter, bloody.
A filmmaker heads to Hollywood in the early 90s to make a movie that tumbles down a hallucinatory rabbit hole of sex, magic, revenge, and kittens. That sounds pretty great to me. I don't know about you guys. I'm really excited for that.
Which movie is that, Lottie?
That's the television show on Netflix that's coming up probably this
Brand
year.
new
but I'm
cherry
not sure
flavor.
when.
Oh, this
Brand new
one?
cherry flavor. It's
Okay.
based on a book. I've got the book. I was going to read it when I went on holiday at the end of this month, but they cancelled it because of COVID once again. So I guess I'll have to read it at home, but I just can't be asked to read at home.
Yeah, she has an interesting last name in that, Nova. Lisa Nova.
Yeah, Lisa Nova.
Yeah.
There's lots of like meta, like synchronicities. I like all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
How it's like to do with her, like Hollywood and getting one over them after kind of like what happened to Alita and her movie. And the same thing happened with her in Bird Box. They trimmed down her role. She signed up for it because she's going to get a bigger role, and then they trimmed it down, and that pissed her off. So yeah, she's not been treated very well by Hollywood.
Wouldn't surprise me. She probably saw the premise of the novel that the series is being made from and went, I want in on that.
For sure, yeah. And she's going to go crazy in it. It's going to be wicked.
Looking forward to it. Just to change tracks for a moment, but our commentary earlier about wanting to see Rosa in more classic sci-fi. There's, I don't know if you guys know the series of novels by C.J. Sharif, the Chanur novels. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it the way you would pronounce it. There's 5 novels in the Chanur saga, and it's about a race of tiger people called the now, where's the name of the Kif? The Kif. They're very good novels. I highly recommend them. Written in the early 80s. And obviously, the Kif are like humanoid tigers. They've got tiger heads. And it's a bit furry, but the culture is very interesting. I read this long before I knew what a furry was.
Yeah, and they've kind of ruined all that.
Yeah, but it still would require mocap. It would require mocap for the Kif, and the Kif is a matriarchy, so the women are the leaders. So just like real tigers, the men are just like showpieces, but the women do all the work, and it would basically be a good opportunity for her to get back into the mocap suit and play one of the major roles in that if it ever came to the screen.
Yeah, sounds interesting. Sounds good.
I would love to, but yeah, check out CJ Sharif. Very good sci-fi novels, and the Chanur saga. Quite a good series of books, I thought. Okay, derailing over. Back on track.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with Undone Season 2 and Brand New Cherry Flavor. I feel like they should have had previews by now.
I think it was mentioned in the text chat about December for Brand New Cherry Flavor.
Yeah, they might make it a winter release.
That was I'm scrolling way back. It was a Charles Schmidt comment. I don't know where that guy gets all his information from.
Let's see if I can find
the machine.
If I can find it.
I'll be back in 1 sec. Game.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time finding it, Maxie.
What are you hunting for?
It's basically
that chat he posted.
Oh, I just scrolled back. I don't think there was much more detail on that.
Okay, all right.
Basically, he said that it either begins filming or it's in post-production in December, I think this year, or was it next year? I can't remember.
That's the cover of the graphic novel. Oh, sorry, not graphic novel. The novel series combined in an omnibus. But those are the tiger women. Sorry, lion women. What am I saying? But there's all sorts of aliens. You can see them in the background. And one human. It's a bit Farscape in the way that there's one human in the mix.
Yeah.
Rosa, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Rosa.
Should we sing a happy birthday at the end instead of our usual? What's our new one now? Stream. What is our usual?
Sounds good.
Film those sequels, baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, we could sing a happy birthday. It
I
sounds
don't
like
think
a
we're
plan.
quite cringe enough, so let's just go all out.
Yeah.
Have a few shots of Kraken, you'll be right.
Yeah.
I ran out of Kraken and we're locked down, so I shouldn't really go out and buy any more. I wonder if I can have it delivered.
Here we go. What's the date of this? All right, it's a very old article, but back in 2020, Screen Rant released an article saying that the latest that Undone Season 2 could be done is, and it could be changed since then as well, because that was like, as I said, over a year ago now. Fans can expect Undone Season 2 to premiere sometime between that and that, if production proceeded unabated. If not, late 2021 or early 2022 might be more likely.
Yeah, we're looking at that, aren't we?
Hey, we're Chaos Squared. Look at that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now there's two of them.
They're multiplying. It's like his father.
I won't take this one out.
You know, you do that, they just multiply more. It's like
Yeah, I
triggers.
know.
Because Destiny Nova is a virus.
I do.
He's a bit, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, definitely.
Well, I was thinking virus because that's what Agent Smith said, and Agent Smith also made copies of himself.
Rosa Salazar, if you're watching this right now, please join us in the stream. Streamlabs link is in the comments.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? Oh,
Yeah,
if Rosa-
imagine her saying, "What's up, guys?" like she did in the Bible.
If Rosa popped in right now, who would be so starstruck they couldn't open their mouth?
I probably
I think
wouldn't
Crane probably would
realize.
be.
I'd probably just go on whenever it happened and not realize.
I'll
it
probably
until
just
after the
apologize for
fact.
all my. I probably just apologize for all my Hot Toys Alita pics.
She probably loved them.
He probably likes those, Blondie.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of effort you put in, she's got to appreciate it.
Well, she knows we're all freaks anyway. She said it.
Yeah.
But she's a freak too. She knows.
Exactly.
She knows what it's like. She's a geek and a nerd, and she admits it.
Yeah, exactly. I know you're listening, Rosa. Get in the stream right now.
You reckon she sneaks
Who
on
was
every week?
Who was it that said that? Was it Rob Rott that would have been hiding in the comments? Like secretly reading it or whatever?
Maybe. Rose is probably just like high as fuck, just laughing at us.
Wow, that's getting small now. Who snuck in at the bottom? Is that Jeffrey?
That's Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey!
What's up?
Party time! Excellent!
We're nearly at max, are we not?
The funny thing is I did live in Aurora, which is where that movie took place.
Nice. Did you go to the Circle K? Were strange things afoot?
Well, we do have Circle K's, but I also did go to that hot dog place that's in Chicago. That's the same place. Gosh, what's that place? But it was in the movie, and I've been there. It was pretty cool.
Nice. I didn't think anybody'd get my Bill and Ted's references, but there you go.
Yes. The Queen did.
And I'm not that young that I haven't seen Bill and Ted's Most Excellent Adventures.
Yeah.
I love the line "Strange things afoot at the Circle K."
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So, Mr. Jeffrey, sir, I'm sure you're driving home from work at the moment, but tell us, do you have a favorite Rosa moment that has not already been snuck in and stolen from you?
Well, I'm pretty sure most people have already kind of said their piece, but obviously, Alita Battle Angel is probably, the thing that I like her the best about. But I would have to say her. She did a fantastic job in the movie. Was it Chips or what was that one with?
Yeah, that's it. Chips.
Yeah. I mean, she was just, oh no, Undone. My gosh. She
Oh,
was-
okay. They're very different, those things. So don't get them
I
mixed
know,
up.
I know. It's like comedy, and then that just she did a really good job in the movie Undone.
Undone was fantastic. That's like a masterpiece TV show.
I'm waiting for season 2. I want to know what happens next.
Yeah,
No,
who's coming out of the cave?
I know,
Exactly.
You don't know if she's legit crazy or not. Like you just don't know.
And the thing about Undone and also Alita in a way is like because she's been through a lot in her past. She like lost her father and stuff when she was a bit younger, and it's all very personal to her. Undone, especially because of that kind of father relationship. So that's another thing I love about Alita and Undone.
Well,
It's not
Undone's another show that's got a lot of post-production. So, I mean, they've probably finished filming, but they're still tweaking the
Oh yeah, finished filming it ages ago.
post-production.
What the
I mean,
rotoscope,
yeah,
stuff that
well-
they're- yeah, that
Exactly, but I mean, the rotoscoping mightn't take all that long because you can, it's not quite the same amount of tweaking that you'd need for something like Alita Battle Angel, but I still think there'd be a fair bit to it just to get it right.
For sure. It's got the first season has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. So they're probably trying to go all out and make season 2 like, the best possible work of art they can make it to match up to it. I hope it gets to season 3. I don't know if it was like a hit in terms of viewing figures, but it's definitely a critical hit.
oh, it's. I mean, I haven't heard anyone say a bad thing about that. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And Bob Odenkirk is.
Oh yeah.
He was fantastic in that too.
Brilliant. Yeah, he played off really well with Rosa.
Yeah.
Same with Christoph too. It's the father-daughter dynamic. It really is. It's really something special for Rosa.
Well, Battle Angel fan, all of the things that I've seen Rosa in have had open endings, so it's 100% at the moment.
Well, I hope
need
if
to
season
watch more of the
2,
stuff.
if season 2 is the last season, it's not an open ending. I hope it has
Yeah.
like a proper story. That will be the best. But if it is carrying on, then obviously give it an open ending. If it's definitely going on season 3.
Cliffhangers.
But I hate these TV shows that end with an open ending and they actually get cancelled. That's just so frustrating.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
honestly, Rosa, as far as in the real interviews, like I think she interviews really good because she just is an open book in that way. Where you ask her a question, she's gonna tell you like without
Yeah.
hesitation. She's blunt. She's
Yeah.
and
That's-
it's not like it's kind of gotten to her head yet in like the bad ways as far as fame goes.
Yeah. You're right. You're totally right.
Like
That's what I was saying before. She's just so real and like sincere.
yeah, I mean she's real. She's sincere. I mean,
And it comes out in her acting as well. That's why Alita's got such a like sincere, heartfelt performance. It's just Oscar worthy, but they're taking a while to catch up.
So those are kind of the moments that I can appreciate her as an actress and as a person.
God, I fell in love with all of her interviews for Alita. Like, I just sort of binge watched them all on YouTube after, and then you see those expressions, like when she like smiles and everything. You just see it on Alita when you watch it a second time. Because first time I didn't really know who she was, like I said, and then it just like you realize, okay, this is like the most like profound work of art ever, like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Because she's so beautiful and her emotions are so sincere, and it's just like I don't know, it's just incredible.
Lock and load, Alita Army. Looks like we've got some critics to hunt down. She's lost
Well, it
that
was
100% rating. Well,
It was
it
100%.
was. Now it's down to 98, or like 98
95.
overall, and then 95 for like the top critics.
Go on it. Let's see who it is.
Well, I don't know. I'm clicking on it, but it's not sort
I
of.
thought you can just click on the reviews, can't you? It will show you the one rotten one. The Phil
Yeah,
404 not found. Come on, we have to
click
hunt
on
down for
audience
Rosa.
score.
Go and see score details.
Please try again later.
No.
We're not going to
All
show
right,
you
go
this.
down. Scroll down. Get off that and scroll down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe it's like further down.
The review's not there somewhere.
He's probably
Your
not
photo,
logged in, so
your
they're not
video.
going to give them to him.
He's got off lucky this time. Oh.
Maybe you have to be logged in or something. One of those. You must
Is
have an
there
account
a-
with us so we know who's looking. So we can send the boys around
okay.
if you look at the wrong things.
All right, I'll look myself. There's clearly something wrong with your browser.
Yeah, it should be 100%.
He lives in Brisbane. Give him a break.
So should Alita. Let's edit it. I'm going to edit the page. Ugh, it's wanting me to disable ad block. Screw you, Rotten Tomatoes. I'm not giving you anything of my money.
Hey, Vladdy, he can't be all bad. He's got a Hot Toys Alita.
Who does?
Angelus.
I do.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, I'm done.
Like I said, gotta get the pluggers, a nice little 1/6 scale one piece swimsuit. Then have her sitting at the beach.
I could do that. Actually, I don't have the plug. It's impossible to find shoes for her because she's got like really big feet. I don't want to be offensive to Hot Toys, but to Hot Toys Alita, but her feet are massive. Yeah, it says 404 not found for me. I don't know what's going on with the crappy website. I knew Rotten Tomatoes was trash already.
Amen to that.
This just confirms it.
Was Undone like based off like?
Here we go.
another
I found
source?
it.
Oh,
I found the one bad review. It's from Sarah Novick. What?
Shane Screen. Share screen. Can you share screen?
No, I'll just read it. It's from
okay.
Sarah Novick, and she works for Bitch Media. And
Really?
yeah, and okay, I'll read her review. Alma's deafness is just a gimmick that she can use to ignore her friends and family, and continue to telegraph the show's themes about perception without actually challenging viewers' perceptions at all. Well, that's nonsense.
Wait, what?
I know, right? I don't trust this Bitch Media website.
I work for Bitch Media. I'm being a bitch. Yeah, really?
And guess what? Guess
Shock.
what? She's a top critic.
And that
critic.
explains everything about Rotten
Exactly.
Tomatoes. Let's move
Top
on.
critic translates to bottom critic.
Bottom feeder.
Bottom feeder, yeah.
Bottom feeder, top critic.
Well, there we go. I've got that out of my system now, the one bad review.
Got the whole bracket covered.
I'll leave Sarah Novick alone now.
Oh, I see what I did. I didn't click on season 1 specifically because I just found that
Oh,
it
right,
really
yeah.
does say Bitch Media as well.
Yeah, what, you think I was making that up just to be a dick?
Just a bit.
You'd
No,
hope you were making it up, but no.
It was too perfect that it had to be Bitch Media.
There you go.
You know, it would be funny if it wasn't so tragic.
Well, we know what critics are like.
Yeah, we do actually. We've had a lot
Oh
of
my
experience
god.
with
Are
that.
you serious?
We've done whole
what is it?
streams about the media and the critics, and yeah. Anyway, let's not go there again.
What does cripping mean? Am I being dense? Definition. Oh, applying a disability justice to lens to it. Justice. It's a disability term. So I think she's saying they handled the disability poorly.
Oh, anybody who's angry at the world and wants to get
Yeah,
back at
exactly.
them can say shit like that.
Yeah, there was. Some people just want to find things to fault.
Exactly.
Obviously, it's great representation for that kind of disability. So they probably wanted a deaf actor to play it.
Probably.
You know what they're like. These types of people
Nothing's ever
you
good
have to
enough.
play.
But-
You can only play the exact thing that you are. Like everyone went crazy at Scarlett Johansson for something like that.
Yeah, that,
Ghost in
but
the
that,
Shell.
it was even in
And there was a
the
trans character she was going to play.
it was in the story of why she was white, like her cyborg body was white. She'd
What, in
been
Ghost in the Shell?
modified deliberately. Yeah,
Yeah,
It was in
it's
the
totally
story.
dumb. Yeah, I know. Well, we better not go into all that 'cause
Yeah, we could have a whole stream on that too.
it becomes too. The narrative is just too like divisive.
Mm. I liked it. I liked just like the changes that were made to the Alita movie that made it different from the manga and made it special. I thought that the changes in that were good as well. I don't know whether they were made specifically just to shoehorn Scarlet in there, or whether it was something that they were trying to bring out as once you're a TR, you can look like anyone or anything. So
Yeah, they're living in like the past. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
really, you think that critical reviewers live in the past?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of like
Really?
a regressive attitude.
It is totally. They're
That's
not
what I
open
mean.
to change. I
Yeah,
was being super
exactly.
sarcastic. I just
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
it wasn't coming across.
You think they're even living at all? I mean, like, if I get through with them, they'll be dead as a door now. Now we'll get yeeted for sure.
Oh, criticizing the critics. Yeah, we're totally yeeted. This is done for. Oh dear. Speaking of which, we've been cooking along for 2.25 hours now. Unless there's anything desperate about Alita that people want to get off their chests, I might start wrapping the sucker up.
Okay, I just want to say, Rosa, I know you're watching, and I hope you had a really nice birthday yesterday.
Yeah, I hope you did. Should have good birthdays.
Likewise.
I vaguely remember 36. It was good.
I've
Mid-30s.
I've got a couple of years left for that.
I vaguely remember 36 as well, 2 years ago.
Oh, no.
You've been playing too many
Couple
computer
months.
games, dude. You're lost.
You vaguely remember 36. Seriously?
And here Creek comes in back in the Cretaceous period when I was 36.
When I was 36, that's right.
I was eating dinosaur eggs.
Yeah, eating dinosaur eggs at the Taco Bell. No.
And wrestling Triceratops.
He was probably arm wrestling Fred Flintstone.
No, he'd be too easy.
Back in my day, pandemics were ice ages.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
I'll pay you that one. That was very good. Well done.
Yeah, it was.
That just came out of nowhere, really. Just in a whole spirit of
Hey,
satire.
before we bugger off, as we say down here, Vladdy, did I hear you're actually reading the manga now?
I've already read. I started it like 2 years ago.
So you're at a delay.
Exactly.
I
I'm
know
on
you
hiatus.
can't be as fast at reading as I am, but I like flip through it like really fast. But go on, 2 years.
I'm on hiatus, so I'll resume at some point in the future. It's coming up
but
soon.
that just like I mentioned before, I can't give you any crap about not reading it anymore. You've taken away my toy.
You can give him crap about stopping reading to play with dollies.
Or no, because now I'm playing with saying that Dolly.
I don't mind. I deserve it.
But you're waiting for
Rosa,
the new
Rosa would
volume to
slap me in the
drop.
face and be like, "What the fuck are you doing, laddie?"
Who put you up to this?
Don't
It
worry.
was bloody, wasn't it?
Someone else is more likely to get hit. Well, a couple of guys are likely to get hit before you are. It's okay.
Oh, that reminds me of another thing I liked about the Alita previews and the behind the scenes. Sorry, I'm fluffing my words, but like the interviews on the red carpets and stuff. She did the Alita smash thing where she like grabbed the back of Zipahan's head and she smashed it down on the table. She did that to a bunch of
she was doing that
journalists.
in the red carpet, wasn't
That's
she?
it. Yeah, she did that with some journalists. That was fun. She'd probably do that to me when I tell her I'm still holding off reading the manga.
Probably. But the manga is a trip. I highly recommend anybody who hasn't read it to read it.
For sure, we all know that.
It won't spoil the movie because I'd read the manga
I know,
heaps of times before I watched the movie.
yeah.
The movie was still fantastic. So.
Yeah. Shall we sing happy birthday to Rosa then, or do we have anything else to cover?
Well, we're going to sing happy birthday to Rosa instead of the call to action today, just for something different. But So the plan, I don't know if this will actually come to pass, but the plan for next week is to have the first ever Gumu Battle Angel Alita Alita Battle Angel trivia competition.
That sounds fun.
So
Make sure you sign up if you want to participate.
if you think you're the shiz when it comes to Alita trivia, please sign up. If we don't hold it next week, we will still hold it, but we're still gathering questions and it is a fair amount of prep, and we do plan to have sections for the manga, the movie, the novelizations, the merch, anything we can think of that's trivial, and there's a lot of stuff to do with the leader. There's a lot of fine detail. So we're planning for next week, but if we can't,
that would work. I've got the day off that week and the week after, so we could do it the week after if we can't do it next week.
Yeah, we might need 2 weeks to put this together. We may slot in chapter 2 of the manga next week to discuss that, and do the trivia the following week. But we are definitely having trivia very soon, so we're pulling that together. But we thought a trivia competition would be fun.
Yeah,
so what we haven't worked out exactly how we're going to do it, because having people shout out the answer might get a little confusing and hard to work out who said what. So I'm working on a way to do it where maybe we can have people type their answers in so that they're not talking over each other. Or I don't know if we're going for the Millionaire Hot Seat version where you get an A, B, C, D and you got to pick one because it's a lot easy. But we'll work out how we're going to do it, and that should be a whole lot of fun. So if you think you've boned up on everything to do with the leader, please do sign up. I think there's a few super fans out there who should be well positioned to take that trophy, and we may do it as a yearly thing and try and mix up the questions. But we're putting the questions together at the moment, so that may take a week. It may take 2 weeks.
You and Angelus doing the questions.
Yeah, we were sitting on Discord there, and Angelus was watching the movie, and he started throwing questions to me, and I got a few right and a few wrong. And we're going, hey, this is fun. We should do this as a stream and get the super fans on. I'm trying to swing Cranberry to be involved with that.
I'll let you know if I'm available.
Well, let us know if you're available next Saturday or the Saturday after, and we'll try.
Be a contestant.
What?
Be a contestant.
We're gonna exercise them grey cells of yours.
Oh, good luck.
Well, you and Rido can work as a team. We'll give you that concession.
All right, I'm just gonna be out of that because I'm not really getting home till Friday next week. I'm just gonna take a rest. But the last thing of Martian Memory, the last section of Martian Memory is preset to show up on Thursday.
Nice. I'll have to check that out.
Nice, yeah.
Oh, and the paperback edition of Alita, Battle Angel Alita Volume 1 manga is set to release in U.S. stores July 20th.
Volume 1?
Yeah, they're releasing it in paperback edition.
Oh, right.
Do we know if it's the same translation yet?
I don't. That's actually, I'm checking my local bookstore every day. The second they have it in stock, I'm going to run and get it.
Yeah.
And because the video where they announced that had different translation in the images that they were showing, but I don't know if that was the actual translation they're doing, or if maybe that was pre-translation before editing on the. I don't know. As soon as I get it, I will be checking it.
The deluxe box sets sold out on Amazon UK, which I don't know, and it's not coming back. It doesn't say it's back in stock soon, but
they may be discontinuing that production with the paperbacks coming. Hard to say.
It sucks. Should have ordered it when I had the chance. I've got the older. I've got the Viz set anyway, and I've got it on digital. But I needed that as a collector's item. I can get it from somewhere else. Don't worry.
They'll still be around. They'll just charge you an arm and a leg for it.
Yeah, exactly.
I want a box set of Last Order. That's what I'm waiting on. I want a box set of Last Order.
Yes.
I don't want that stupid omnibus graphic novel. It's like, ugh. My OCD says no.
I mean, you could just do what I did and buy it all.
I don't know, I don't know if Vladdy will get this reference, but OCD says no.
Computer says no.
Yeah, he gets it. I love that show.
I kind of hate it and love it at the same time.
Because it like just sends up all the UK stereotypes.
Yeah, I do. I think I'd say I love it really, but some of it's just so bad.
So, if you want to be involved in discussing the manga or coming on the trivia stream or any of our other streams that we're planning, admittedly there aren't very many in the sign up sheet, but you can sign up and suggest one yourself because the Alita Army channel is all our channel. We're just the guys who drag our asses in here every week because we want to talk about Alita the most. But if you want to come and talk about Alita, and you can see there's a whole bunch of people here now who do, join us. You can come on the stream and talk about Alita. It's easy to jump on and just start talking. It's not a difficulty. If you haven't done it before and you're feeling a little bit nervous, you can come to an even more laid-back stream, which is on roughly the same time as now, the day before. And that is the Alita stream run on Creaky's channel. We don't have those details in the show notes. We should put them in there so that people can find that.
Davo and I, we don't actually come up with a lot of planning, prior to that. We don't have a whole list of, this episode we're going to do this and the next that. We don't. It's kind of a week by week thing. So,
but don't you have a plan for next week already? What are you doing next week?
Oh yeah, I think what we're probably going to do next week is because we talked about it a little bit last night, is we're going to explore the relationship between Alita and Ito.
Oh, cool.
Mm.
You mean in the manga or the movie, or are you going to compare them? Because they're very different.
All of them.
The answer to that is yes.
Yeah, that's right.
All of them. I love the Ito reference.
So yeah, I mean that's a complicated relationship and something that could well be unpacked. I also thought unpacking the whole Koyomi's thing that Den brought up and people's reaction to it would be another good stream topic.
Yeah, it would be.
I mean, these characters are just so brilliant, and they've been going on for a long time now, so there's a lot to consider.
Yep.
Which is great. But yeah, come on to the Alita stream, which is on the day before, if you're feeling nervous about coming onto this highly professional one, and you can just jump in like people did today. You can just jump into that one, so you don't have to be nervous about thinking about it for a week. You can just show up and listen, and if you've got something to say, jump on and say it and get your experience level up, and then you can come on to this more focused one. And but we just want you to be part of it. Please come and be part of it. It's not hard. If poor Davo and I can get up at 6:30 in the morning on a Sunday and string words together and actually make them mean something, surely you can at your time of day, because it's got to be better than 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning. But we do it because we love it. We do it because we love the Alita Army, and that's you guys. So good choice being part of the Alita Army. And thank you for joining us. And please do join us again for the other streams that we're going to have. And you are what makes the fandom special, and that's why we do this. So the call to action has been shelved for this week because we're going to sing Rosa happy birthday. Oh, yeah, go for it, Valen.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to everyone for participating in the tweet storm we had for Rosa. I knew we probably wouldn't trend just because we didn't trend last time, and we needed like 30,000 tweets to start trending or something ridiculous like that. So it was very unlikely we'd trend this time as well. But it was just worth it for all the fans, like David was saying, Angelus was saying earlier. Just it was great seeing all the fans giving our energy to Rosa, just because we all love her so much. Okay, carry on.
It's a shame that Rosa's not on the Twitters, but she's no twit. But I'm sure that there are people involved in the movie that would have hopefully seen some of those tweets because they were cross-tagged and let her know that her fans are out there and wishing her a happy birthday.
Rodriguez's TV network did a tweet for her birthday, and I'm sure they saw our response.
Yes, El Rey Network.
That's
nice.
Rodriguez's gig, so
nice.
I'm sure he knew we were there giving her.
So hopefully it got back to her. I mean, it's really hard to get anything to her these days, thanks to her agents.
Complicated relationship with social media. I don't think it's necessarily her agency. It's got a long history of like.
Well, I that's a whole nother topic, but I know
Yeah.
that we're having trouble getting through her agency to get things to her. But maybe one of these days, maybe we'll get a hold of it. Maybe she'll just appear. Like maybe if we just say, Rosa, come on every time we have a stream, maybe one of these days she'll just boink and show up.
She has our undying support, no matter what.
She does. She does.
That'll be
And I'm
my
very-
new tradition. Every pre-stream, because my bathroom isn't too far away, I'll look in the mirror and just go, Rosa Salazar, Rosa Salazar. Repeat it.
Yeah, we will do that.
And all of a sudden, Rosa Salazar will
Beetlejuice,
appear on
Beetlejuice,
stream. Yeah.
Nice. So hopefully one day we'll have her on here. That would be the pinnacle. I think she should show up for the 99th one. That would be awesome.
Yes.
And hopefully that will be also the one where they announce the sequel.
We're on
It
73
will
now.
be a beautiful convergence of the universe.
Yeah, exactly.
And having said that, let's sing Rosa happy birthday. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
Birthday,
birthday,
dear
Rosa.
Rosa.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Hip, hip.
Hooray!
Hip, hip.
99!
99!
Hip, hip.
99!
99!
You 1, you 2, you 3, you 400, you 500, you.
I don't even know what you're saying now.
It's the thing my kid does where you sing out you 1, you 2, you 3, and they yell out stop when you get to your. But well, if it was Alita, we'd be singing for a while.
Yeah.
The stream would last another hour.
That's right. But thank you very much. Bye for now, and see you next week.
You know, back when I was in the academy, we would follow every toast with a song.
La la interesting twist.